Welcome to ETH Daily, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. Here's your latest for Thursday, January 15th, 2026. Tomas shares a document for getting zkEVM proofs supported on Ethereum Layer 1. ETH Panda Ops shares insights from the block parameter increases. And Boundless introduces support for ZK-Rollups. All this and more starts right after this message. This episode is sponsored by Archive, an Ethereum-aligned data layer for Web3. Archive merges guarantees of blockchain with the performance and flexibility of traditional databases. Find out more at archive.network/daily. Ethereum Foundation Co-Executive Director Tomas Stanczak shared a technical roadmap document for getting zkEVM proofs supported on Ethereum Layer 1. Integrating zkEVM proofs into Ethereum Layer 1 allows Ethereum to significantly raise the gas limit and support native ZK-Rollups without sacrificing censorship resistance. The document outlines how ZK proofs would be integrated into governance, client infrastructure, consensus validation, and security. It defines 8 core projects, including Execution Witness, zkEVM Guest Program, zkEVM Guest API Standardization, Consensus Layer Integration, Prover infrastructure, benchmarking and metrics, security, and enshrined proposer builder separation. ETH Panda Ops shared an analysis of Ethereum mainnet blob data following the activation of the blob parameter only forks, which increased the blob target. ETH Panda Ops observed a trend where attestation head vote percentages dropped as blob count rose. A head vote is part of a validator's attestation that votes for the latest valid block at a given slot. ETH Panda Ops found that the cause of the degradation is not blob count itself, but rather proposer timing games. Some block proposers intentionally published blocks late to extract more MEV, which reduces the time attesters have to download and verify the block. The trend leads to fewer validators voting for the proposer's block, lowering head vote rates. And lastly, Boundless, a zero-knowledge verifiable compute layer, launched Boundless for rollups, enabling OP stack rollups to upgrade to ZK-powered security with faster finality, simpler dispute resolution, and lower proving costs. Optimistic rollups can now reduce finality from 7 days to 24 hours using ZK fault proofs or 2 minutes with full validity proofs. The release replaces multi-step optimistic dispute games with a single non-interactive ZK proof. Through the Boundless network, rollups gain access to 400 trillion cycles per day of proving capacity, at a median cost of 4 cents per billion cycles, significantly lowering the cost of ZK proving. The feature is already live in production and used by rollups such as Bob and MegaETH. In other news, Ethereum mainnet hits a new all-time high of 2.5 million daily transactions. ZK P2P supports on-ramping via Chime. Obol releases its ecosystem report, and Dolomite hits $50 million in TVL. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories in Ethereum. You can support this podcast by subscribing and following us at ETH Daily. Also subscribe to our newsletter at ethdaily.io.